At the age of 40, not everything fades away. For some people, right here is where their true life begins. When the sparkle of success dims and the heart starts searching for something deeper than money and status. Only then do you realize that happiness is not a goal, but a way of living. This is the story of Adam, a man who lived the big dream but never truly saw life until he looked at it with new eyes. Adam was a successful businessman. He built a company from nothing, step by step, until it became one of the big names in the market. He was running between meetings, traveling a lot, and signing million-dollar deals. Everyone saw him as a role model, and he saw himself as a winner. But recently, he started feeling a strange emptiness. An emptiness not felt by him alone, but by anyone who reaches their 40s knows it well. A silent void creeping in, felt even in the polite smiles that hid real exhaustion, alongside rushed breakfast that gave no energy, and in the eyes of his little son asking, "Dad, why are you always busy?" A short sentence, but heavy. It strikes the heart without mercy. One day, while scrolling through his phone, he found old pictures with his friend David. Simple days, without protocols or business. Laughter was natural, time was slow, and hearts were at ease. Wanting to escape this routine, he called David. David answered with a calm and joyful voice, "Come on, take a vacation. You need to live a little." Adam left without a plan, and the adventure began. He arrived at David's place and found its life simple but full of meaning. Not a CEO or billionaire, but working at an association that brings life back to the land, planting, cleaning, and restoring green spaces. On their first day, David took him to an abandoned land full of trash and thorns. Now, it's a paradise. Trees, colors, birds, and the sounds of children playing. David said, reflecting, "This is where I understood what life really means. Every drop of sweat I shed brings back the feeling that I'm alive." Their biggest project was an old river, polluted and forgotten. People had given up on it. Adam stepped among the people, wearing a simple t-shirt, and plunged his hands into the cold mud. He felt the rough texture of the clay between his fingers, the rich smell of the earth giving him new hope. The sounds of nature surrounded him, birds flying, the wind caressing the leaves, all reminding him of real moments in his life. They were cleaning the water, beautifying the banks, and planting new hope. The scent of nature began to return. The sound of water started moving the stones. An elderly woman told him with tears in her eyes, "I used to come here as a child. I never imagined I'd see this beauty again." Little by little, the place became a haven. Families gathered, children played, and faces smiled from the heart. He saw his son, who had come to visit, planting a small tree beside him. Adam held his hand, feeling its warmth, and began talking to him. "Look, every little tree needs care, just like people. It needs attention to grow." The boy laughed and said, "And you, will you grow like my tree?" Adam laughed deeply, feeling a new light brighten his eyes. On the train back, holding his phone, dozens of work messages, urgent problems, new offers, but the sound of water, children's laughter, and his son's touch while holding his hand, all stayed in its mind. He said to himself, "Can I live both? Success and social work? Or do I have to choose? And if I built so much in the past, why not let that help me build a life with a new meaning?" It didn't take long. On his return, he wasn't confused. Adam was the decision maker and the owner of the company. He gathered the team and appointed a new manager, a young man who believed in a vision, known for his competence and integrity. He didn't abandon his company, but took a stronger step. He freed its hands to grow and freed himself to build something greater, a life with impact. He remained a consultant, but his real time was now dedicated to a new dream. He started working with associations, coordinating environmental projects in different cities. He and his son began planting, seeing how people transform and how cities breathe again. One evening, sitting on a wooden chair facing the same river, he saw children playing, people sharing bread, and a woman singing with her daughter. He sighed and smiled. He said to himself, I was making success, and today my life is making meaning. At 40, Adam didn't change his path, he changed the way. He stopped chasing life, and life started running through him. And you, at this stage of your life, are you chasing success only, or are you searching for a deeper meaning? Share your thoughts. What is the one thing you want to change to feel life running through you instead of you running after it?